Guys by Sara. Today I want to show a technique I get asked a lot about. I use my texture paste. Basically I'm going to show you two different techniques. I am making a mini. I would have loved to have showed the whole mini to you, but it just was too hard to do that in real time, and it would have been the longest video on the planet. So I'm not a quick crafter either. I don't know if you guys know that. And yeah, but I'm in the process. I'll show you what I do. This is my process. Okay. See? So I lay it all out. This is my cover. This is my next page. And then I have my and then my book. So as you can see, it's just, I sort of have it all planned just to be glued when I'm putting it together. Okay, let's get cracking. First of all, you are going to need a stencil. You are going to need a spatula or a scraper. Some people like to use old credit cards, like me. I find the credit card gives it a smoother look, if I could find it. I just got one of these cards that you're meant to put money on, and I asked the lady if I could grab a couple and she gave them to me for nothing. But you can use, you can get like the scrapers that look like this. It all depends on your preference. The best thing I would recommend is just having a play and figuring out which one works to your strength. I like this. The thing is, when you are using texture paste, I like it to be precise and I like the design to be perfect. So I just prefer this for that fact, and it's not thick. A lot of these ones you'll find it'll put the texture paste on really thick, and when you lift the stencil it's like this thick. By the time it, you know, you heat set it and stuff, it doubles in size. Do you know what I mean? So you don't want that. So I try to go as thin as possible so I can like really scrape like that. Okay, so I've got my cover here for my mini, and the stencils I'm using is Kaisercraft Art Is stencil and Memory Box Rings and Puddles. Love this stencil because it's Avery again, the little girl I did the layout of. She loves bubbles, so I thought that kind of represented bubbles, and I just like this stencil. And it says, it actually has a story. It says art is another way of expressing our innermost thoughts onto concrete media where form and fiction come together in beauty, colour and shape. We put our feelings and experiences onto paper. Don't know what that says there. Paper canvas? Paper canvas, surfaces of all kinds, allowing, don't know, to release and render to this all encompassing force. This needs to register what was today, what might be tomorrow, and what was yesterday and the day before that. That's the little story. Okay. And I'm going to go just using Whip Spackle by Faber-Castell. It gets a bit hard to open. It's a bit full. I chopped it up with another one actually. I had a little bit in the Ranger one. Probably should have done that, but I just put it on the top because I don't like 100 jars in my cupboard. But the Ranger one's fantastic too. So either one. So basically line your scents up. A lot of people will say you can stick it down, you can spray it with adhesive and put it down. I sometimes do it. It depends how delicate the design is. With this I wouldn't worry. And the one tip is, as soon as it's done, wash it. Get it in some sort of liquid, even if you have a bucket next to you, and put it into the water straight away. Other than that, wash it and wipe it off. I just use a wet one. I scrape it till it's perfect. Or I go to the bathroom, which is next door, because I'm upstairs. So, okay, so I've got a big heap. Can you see that? And what you're going to do is scrape and go one way. And one way only. Okay? If you go separate ways, the stencil will lift and you'll find you get different splodges, kind of. Okay, lift that. See that? And what I'll just do is quickly fix some of the spots that I went over, because you don't sort of just want a random letter on its own. I'll do the same down here. And I kind of like to off-center it. If I've got one up the top, obviously one in the corner, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to put this down here. Not right in the corner, but off to. And as you can see, I'm scraping it really thinly. And it will double in size, like I said. If you heat set it, it can dry naturally too. If you don't want to use your heat gun. But I'm a heat gun person. I like it dry. Just strip it. The same thing. Again, and look, I've still got all that left over from those two bits. So, a little goes a long way. Okay, and I'll do one more. So as you can see, I'll just put it a bit up. Hopefully it'll focus in sometime. Focus. You can see that lovely stenciling, and it gives it texture too, so that's what you want. Okay, so that's my cover. So I'm just going to put that there for now. And I'm going to grab, actually I'll just put this in the perfume. Okay, and the next one is the bubbles. The great thing is about the memory box ones, they're skinny and they got the ring on top, so you can hang them on a ring. I usually just keep them in their packets and hang them by this bit. But I don't actually hang them. I just put rings for the sizes. So I put all the memory box together, all the Heidi Swaps, all the Tim Holtz, all the 6x6s, all the Primas. So that's how I do it. So it's sort of custom all together. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, and I'm kind of just going to go in. I kind of want it in different spots. So just move it around. You can see which design you like the best, actually. Yeah, so you can see which design you like the best. If you want just an outline of a ring, or you want like a bit that rings are missing, you know, you've got the option. You can move it around. Okay, so I'll just put it there. might just go in here. Good. And again, I'm still using that bit from last time. Sorry guys, got the itchiest nose. I should never have been a paper crafter. I've got the worst allergies. Okay. And I'm just going to do that ring. It's going to be covered anyway by what's going on top, but I'll just do it. Sorry, I got itchy nose now. Always away. Alright. And this stencil looks gorgeous. I don't know if you can see that perfect. But it's gorgeous. Okay, and the thing that's going on top is this here. So if I just work out where my bubbles need to be. And I'll quickly heat set that and I'll be right back. Okay, it's all done. As you can see, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'll just quickly trickle down. Look. Look at that. And this one is up here. And then that one's got nothing. And then this one you can't really see, but there is some there. And that's it. It's such an easy way to just get some texture on your work. And the funny thing is, people think it's hard and it's not. It's so simple. And you could then now add to your base. So you could spray it, you could do some stamping, you could or you could even do all your background work, like all your spraying and stuff like that, your flicking, whatever you want to do, your stamping, and then go over the top of your mask. So your mask will be very defined because it will be where your eye goes straight to, because it's white. But you can colour it and you can get all different kinds of ones. You can get crackle ones, you can get gold ones, you can get silver ones, you can get graphite ones. What else can you get? Clear, white. Can't really think what else. But there's a ton of them. There's even embossing pastes, which are very similar to texture paste. They're just a lot denser, but they're still light and fluffy. Actually, they're very light and very fluffy. But I noticed on that the whip spackle one we were just using, it actually says on the packet that it's sorry, something just what did it say? A heavy textured gesso with the consistency of icing. Whip spackle to create dimension, texture application without the added weight of heavy gesso. Prime surfaces of watercolor or paint mixed with design craft gelatos. So, but yeah, it comes in that. So that says it's just like whipped gesso. And you get it in sand versions. I've got that here. You can get it in gloss matte. Yeah, so clear, like I said. There's the sand, different colour sands. You can make your own by adding micro beads and seed beads and all sorts of just some different things to think about. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's Just Cards by Sarah. Today I'm going to show my design team project for Wild Orchid Craft. I'm so excited to show you this. I've wanted to show you for a while now. It's actually a mini that I made for Avery. The baby that was in the photo of my layout not that long ago, if you guys remember the cute baby. It's my cousin's baby. And this was meant to be given to the baby when she was born. She's almost 2 now, and I really wanted to get it to him, something special, and he could put it through the stages of birth to now. So basically I'm going to take you through the process. I'm not going to show you every single wild orchid code. All the codes will be below in the description, right underneath here. And I leave the codes and the actual what the flower is. So be sure to go check that out. I can't believe it's my last month with Wild Orchid. I've got 2 more projects to go and a DT package. It hasn't come yet, but as soon as it comes I'll film it for you guys. But this is my baby mini using Craft. You know how much I love my Craft. And it is the Pitter Patter collection. And basically what I've done is I have, and excuse my chipped nail polish. I did it for my birthday, and thank you so much for all my birthday messages, everyone. And it's just a bit chipped, so I don't want to, so hopefully you guys don't notice as much. So what I've done is using some of the Wild Orchid trims. I'll just put it up. I have used some of the gorgeous lace from Wild Orchid. And then I've got some tulle from my stash and some gorgeous seam binding from Wild Orchid, and I've coloured that using my Spun Sugar Distress ink. I just had the cream colour, but I will leave the link below. And I coloured all the seam binding all the way up. So there's 4 rings and 4 lots of that. I've also done this gorgeous tassel, which is Wild Orchid, but it does not come with the charms I've added to it. I got these charms on eBay because I wanted them to be baby themed, and they were just, the tassel is gorgeous by itself, but I don't know, I just wanted it something baby orientated, and that block does not want to turn around while I'm filming. Anyway, I'll do the other ones then. Okay, so there's a foot, a pram, as you guys can see, pram. And then there's the block and the rattle. So I really like that. So I just added that to the bottom of that tassel from Wild Orchid. I absolutely love that. And I do believe they have 2 different styles of that. So I'll just put it back down again. Okay. I've distressed all the edges. A bit better. I've distressed all the edges. I've used one of the gorgeous chipboard frames that Wild Orchid sells. They're absolute gorgeous die cuts, and they just colour so well. But for this, I decided I just wanted to keep it raw because it went so well with the paper. I've used one of the gorgeous doilies from Wild Orchid, and it comes in a set with love heart, 2 sets of love hearts and 2 sets of different doilies. I've used one of my dies from my stash, and Avery really loves bubbles, so I thought that sort of went with the bubbles and also with the layout. If you guys remember, the baby girl die cut was actually in the collection of Pitter Patter, in the collectible set. You know me, if I get the set, I usually get the collectibles, and in the old days I used to get 2 of the collectibles, so I have a lot of die cuts to go with Craft papers. Okay, so open it up. And this is the first page. Hang on, I might zoom out again. Okay, that's better. Okay, with this page, I've used a doily die cut from my stash. I've got some tulle in the layers, paper, and this is the photo mat for the photo. I've created some banners using a die from my stash. And then I've also used this sticker border from the sticker Pitter Patter sheet, and I've run some Wild Orchid pearls. And I've also used a lolly wrap at Avery's first birthday. She had chocolate bars with her name on it. Actually, no, at her baby shower. So what I've done is I've just included them for the banner. And as you can see, that die that I've used and the tulle. And then there's another layer, and then this layer, and then the back layer. On this side, I wanted to create some extra pockets for Danielle to put Avery's photos in. So this one's got the bubbles again. There is a lot of texture paste with stencils. And again, I've used that bubble stencil, which is the matching one to the die. I've created this pocket using a Martha Stewart punch. And the collectibles, I've used seam binding from Wild Orchid and a die that are poked out here and here. And it just pops out so she can write information about the photo in the opposite page. I've used another one of those die cuts, and I've wrote Avery across the pocket. Inside, it's got a poem which states, "A beautiful girl, one of the most beautiful miracles in life, one of the greatest joys we can ever know, and one of the reasons where there is a little extra sunshine, laughter, happiness in your world today." So the photo mat can then go here. And there's these great tabs to flip the pages. On this one, I've again used a ton of my dies. So I've torn the strip in the middle, just dressed the edges. I've used a doily from my stash die, and then done a strip of paper that's torn on each side. Then I've got over a tool, and then this gorgeous die cut that I got sent from Kath Clark. Thank you, Kath. We did a die cut swap. I do have one similar in my stash, but it's more rounded. But I love that one. I'm going to have to try track it down. And I also layered some gorgeous Wild Orchid craft flowers. And again, they've got a bit squashed in the process of having it shut, but they can be fluffed up easy. I have used on this one Lily from the pink set, Cherry Blossom from the pink set. I've got some Sweetheart Blossoms, and I've got some Cosmo Daisies, and this one's a Sweetheart Blossom. And then I've got the 15mm green leaves, and I've die cut a leaf from my stash. Okay, sorry, hang on. Lift this up here. Okay, again, what I've done is I've used some of that gorgeous seam binding from Wild Orchid. I don't know if I can. It's a lot of fiddling, isn't it? I just want you guys to get the best view. Okay. And basically what I've done is I've layered some tulle. I've got that seam binding. I've used one of these gorgeous Magnolias, my favourite. The leaf in the 40mm. And I have layered the photo mat. And I've also got these gorgeous die cuts that I got sent again from Kath. And what I'm going to do, what the whole purpose was that Danielle could put the picture in. So these bits just flap up a bit so that she can tuck the photo under and just glue it down. I've run some gorgeous Wild Orchid lace. And these gorgeous pearls from Wild Orchid. Okay. On this page, again, I've done some masking top and bottom. I've got my bubbles. I've used that gorgeous Martha Stewart punch. I've used a butterfly from my stash, a butterfly brad from my stash, and this gorgeous paper. And then I've tied this pink cord, and it just opens up. And again, I've used that sticker sheet and gorgeous pearls from Wild Orchid. And this just pops open that Danielle can put, hang on. Danielle can put pictures, 10 little fingers, and then it's got that gorgeous bubbles. So she can either hide the bubbles or just put a smaller photo. I won't tie that up now. Oh, hang on. Just so it doesn't get in the way, I guess. And I had to leave it a little bit longer because so it can always be tied up, you know. You want it to sit really nice. Okay. There goes my nail. Okay. The next page, what I've done is, I'm just going to shovel it over. I've used that bubble. I think it's called Rings and Puddles. And then I've used that banner die again. It was a lot bigger, and I actually had to cut the dies down because they weren't the right size. I had these gorgeous bows in my stash, and I was actually getting rid of them, and I thought they suited this project really well. And they actually come with the pearls already in the centers. I run those pearls across the top. And then down here I've used another one of the gorgeous laces from Wild Orchid, another one over the top. And I've put in Wild Orchid pearls in the center of each. Then I've run another one, the sticker sheet, which says Precious Little Miracle, because Avery was a miracle. And then I've laid some die cuts in here for Daniel to put some things of Avery, and it says, "I'll love you forever. I'll love you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." And then there's this one, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are?" And then on the back, I've just kept it simple. And then this one's a special delivery, and it's got the stork and the baby. And then Avery can write like the name, the date, the time, the weight, and the length. So that's just something interactive, which I really liked. And the great thing is the banner just sort of keeps it all in there. And then on the back I just kept it really simple, torn down the middle, and then I've done my stamp layered. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's the first mini that I've really been overly happy with. A lot of my minis, when I put them together, I just think something's missing. So it will stand like this, and then the actual bows come forward, and then as you can see, the chain hangs down the front, which I liked. And then you've got the baby girl and the embellishments in the center. So I was so happy with this. I've got some photos. I wish I could have done a start to finish. I sort of did some process videos in between, but it was such a lengthy project, and it's been on the go for a couple months now because I wanted it to be perfect. Especially when it's going to family, you know, you want it to be really, really good. So that was that. Hopefully you like it. Let me know what you think. And again, all the codes will be below. Go check out Wild Orchid. They've got gorgeous stuff. And I'm so sad to be not on their design team after this month, but I've got some projects coming up. I've got some photo albums, a card, and I'm putting together a box, which I'll find if I can for you guys, so you know what's coming up. I'm thinking of doing this. How cool is that? So that might be for Wild Orchid this month. And some photo brag books for a raffle. So I was thinking of doing that, and I'm going to jazz it up, but leave the inside as a photo album. So I might do that, so you'll see that coming up, and a card, and I'll see you later.